Listen up, fellas. Whether you realize it or not, women are always watching. They can instantly sense if you're a man of strength or if you're unknowingly showing weakness. The crazy part, most men have no clue they're making these mistakes. Have you ever felt like a woman lost interest out of nowhere? Maybe she started acting distant, taking longer to text back, or even testing your patience with subtle disrespect. If that's ever happened to you, chances are you were giving off weak energy, without even realizing it. But here's the truth. Women don't lose attraction randomly. They respond to signals. And if you're sending out the wrong ones, you'll find yourself ignored, friend-zoned, or even worse, completely disrespected. That's why in this video, I'm breaking down 7 major signs that women see as weakness, things that could be killing your attraction and stopping you from being the kind of man women truly respect. But here's the good news. Once you fix these, everything changes. Women will see you differently. They'll respect you, admire you, and even chase you. So, if you're serious about leveling up, becoming the kind of man who commands respect, and never being seen as weak again, then do yourself a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's dive in and fix these mistakes right now. Number 1. Seeking constant validation. One of the biggest signs of weakness that women instantly recognize is a man who constantly seeks validation. Whether it's through excessive compliments, over-texting, or craving her attention on social media, this behavior screams insecurity. And trust me, women notice this immediately. Men who lack confidence tend to look outside themselves for approval. They need to be reassured that they are attractive, interesting, or worthy. But here's the harsh truth. When you rely on a woman to boost your self-esteem, you're putting her in a position of power over you. She may not say it out loud, but deep down, she knows you are not self-assured. And nothing's more unattractive to a woman than a man who doesn't believe in himself. Let's break it down with a simple example. Suppose you text a woman and she doesn't respond right away. If you start overanalyzing, double texting, or feeling anxious about why she's not replying, you are demonstrating weakness. A strong man isn't fazed by this. He's busy, he has things to do, and he doesn't need constant reassurance from anyone, especially a woman. Why is this a problem? Women are naturally drawn to men who exude self-assurance. If you're constantly looking to her for validation, it signals that you don't believe in your own worth. It makes you predictable and boring. Women love a challenge. If she knows you're always seeking her approval, the mystery disappears, and so does her attraction. It creates an unhealthy dynamic where you become dependent on her, making you less desirable over time. What's the solution? You need to build internal confidence. Stop relying on her praise, attention, or approval to feel good about yourself. Instead, focus on your personal growth, your goals, your passions, and your own sense of fulfillment. Women respect men who have a strong sense of self-worth. A lion does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep. Be the lion, self-assured, powerful, and indifferent to external validation. Number 2. Being too nice without boundaries. There's a big difference between being kind and being too nice. Kindness is a strength. It shows emotional intelligence and respect. But being excessively nice, especially at the expense of your own self-respect, is a glaring sign of weakness. Women don't admire a man who lets others walk all over him. In fact, they quickly lose attraction for men who lack boundaries. Many guys mistakenly believe that saying yes to everything, always agreeing, and avoiding conflict will make them more likable. They think that if they just do enough for a woman, she'll appreciate them more. But in reality, this has the opposite effect. It makes you look weak and desperate. Women respect men who stand their ground, not men who try to earn love by being overly accommodating. Let's say you're dating a woman who constantly cancels plans at the last minute. If you just smile and say, "It's okay, I understand," every single time she will start seeing you as a pushover. A high-value man would call it out and set a boundary. He wouldn't tolerate disrespect because he values himself too much for that. If you don't set boundaries, people, including women, will take advantage of you. Women are biologically wired to test a man's strength. If you crumble under pressure, they lose respect for you. Always being available and agreeable makes you predictable, which kills attraction. Learn to say no. Have standards. If something doesn't sit right with you, speak up. A strong man doesn't avoid conflict. He addresses issues with confidence and clarity. The world will treat you exactly how you let it treat you. Have you ever been in a situation where being too nice backfired on you? Drop a comment below. Number 3. Being overly emotional and reactive emotions are natural. We all have them. But the way you handle your emotions determines whether a woman sees you as strong or weak. If you're overly emotional, easily triggered, or quick to react to situations without thinking, women will see you as unstable. And instability in a man is a huge red flag. A man who lacks emotional control comes across as unpredictable and insecure. If you blow up over small inconveniences, get jealous easily, or let criticism ruin your mood, you're showing weakness. Women don't want to feel like they have to manage your emotions. They want a man who can stay calm and composed, no matter the situation. Let's say you're dating a woman and she playfully mentions that another guy at work is funny. If you instantly become jealous, interrogate her, or get passive-aggressive, you're showing that you lack confidence. A strong man would simply smile and say, "That's cool," because he knows his value and isn't threatened by minor things. Women instinctively test men's emotional strength. If you're easily rattled, they know you can't handle real challenges. Overreacting makes you look immature, not masculine. Women are drawn to men who remain steady under pressure. Being too emotional places you in a feminine role in the relationship. Women want a man who leads with logic, not one who is ruled by his feelings. Practice emotional control. When something triggers you, pause. Take a deep breath and think before reacting. Train yourself to stay calm, especially in high-pressure situations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Number 4. Lacking purpose and ambition. One of the biggest signs of weakness that instantly turns women off is a man without a sense of purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who are driven, who wake up every day with a mission, and who are working towards something greater than themselves. If you lack ambition and just drift through life without clear goals, she will quickly lose respect for you. A man without a direction is like a boat without sail, just floating wherever the wind takes him. If your life revolves only around chasing women or seeking relationships, it signals weakness. Why? Because it shows that you have no bigger vision, no deeper calling. Women don't want to be a man's purpose. They want to be part of a man's journey towards something meaningful. Imagine two men. One is constantly chasing women, going out every weekend, and living without any long-term goals. The other is focused on building a career, developing his skills, and pushing himself toward success. Which one do you think women will respect and be attracted to? The answer is obvious. Women want a man they can admire. If you lack ambition, she sees you as unmotivated and unworthy of respect. A man without purpose becomes too available, and women don't chase men who are always accessible. It creates an imbalance. If she sees that she's your only goal in life, she'll feel pressured and eventually pull away. Find your purpose. It doesn't have to be something huge right away, but start working towards something meaningful. Build your career, improve your skills, get in shape. Do something that excites and challenges you. Number 5. Being afraid to walk away. One of the biggest signs of weakness that women instantly recognize is a man who is too afraid to walk away from a bad situation. Whether it's a toxic relationship, disrespectful behavior, or a woman who isn't reciprocating his efforts, staying when you should leave is a clear sign of low self-worth. A high-value man knows his worth. He doesn't beg, plead, or tolerate mistreatment. If a woman disrespects him, plays games, or pulls away, he doesn't chase, he lets her go. But most men do the exact opposite. They cling harder, hoping to prove their value or change her mind. And that's when she loses all respect. Women test men. Sometimes they push boundaries just to see how much you'll tolerate. If you keep accepting bad behavior, she will label you as weak, even if she doesn't say it out loud. A strong man, on the other hand, sets standards. He knows that walking away isn't a loss. It's a statement that he refuses to settle for less than he deserves. Let's say you're dating a woman who suddenly becomes distant, stops prioritizing you, or flirts with other men in front of you. A weak man will tolerate it, make excuses, or beg for attention. A strong man? He'll address it once, and if nothing changes, he'll walk away without hesitation. Women lose respect for men who fear losing them. If she knows you won't walk away, she has the power. Being overly attached makes you emotionally dependent, which kills attraction. Walking away isn't just about relationships, it's about self-respect. If you stay where you aren't valued, you teach people to mistreat you. Develop an abundance mindset. There are millions of women in the world. Why waste time on one who doesn't value you? When you know your worth, walking away becomes easy. Number 6. Being indecisive. Indecisiveness is one of the biggest signs of weakness that women notice immediately. A man who can't make decisions, hesitates too much, or constantly looks to others for direction comes across as weak and untrustworthy. Women want a man who leads, not one who second-guesses himself at every turn. Think about this. If a woman asks, "Where should we go for dinner?" and you say, "I don't know, whatever you want," every single time, she will start losing attraction. It may seem small, but it signals that you lack confidence in making decisions. A strong man takes charge. He considers options, makes a choice, and moves forward without fear. Being decisive isn't about always being right. It's about having the confidence to own your decisions. A woman respects a man who can say, "Let's do this," without constantly seeking reassurance. If you're always waiting for someone else to decide for you, whether it's your friends, your boss, or even her, she will see you as passive and weak. Indecisiveness makes you seem uncertain, and uncertainty is unattractive. Women want a man who knows what he wants. A man who can't make small decisions, where to eat, what to do, how to handle challenges, is a man she won't trust with big decisions. If you hesitate too much, someone else will step up, and she will naturally gravitate toward that person. Start making decisions without fear. Even if you're unsure, make a choice and own it. Confidence comes from action, not hesitation. Number 7. Talking too much and not taking action. There's nothing more frustrating than someone who talks big but never follows through. Women can spot this weakness instantly. If you're always making promises, sharing grand plans, or bragging about what you will do, but never actually doing it, she will lose respect for you. A man's strength isn't in his words, it's in his actions. A weak man tries to impress with words. A strong man proves himself through action. Women don't want to hear about how you're going to start hitting the gym, planning to start a business, or thinking about making a big move. They want to see you take steps toward your goals. Let's say you keep telling a woman that you want to travel the world, start a side hustle, or level up in your career. But months go by, and you've done nothing to make it happen. Over time, she realizes that your words mean nothing, and once a woman sees you as all talk, she stops believing in you. It makes you look unreliable. Women respect men who do what they say. If you constantly talk without acting, you signal fear, fear of failure, fear of effort, fear of responsibility. Women are drawn to action takers. A man who moves toward his goals is naturally attractive. Stop announcing your plans. Just execute them. Let your results speak for you. When a woman sees that you take action without needing to talk about it constantly, she will feel your confidence. So there you have it, 7 major signs that women see as weakness. Now, the question is, are you making any of these mistakes? Be honest with yourself. If you recognize any of these in your own life, don't panic, because awareness is the first step to change. Here's the truth. Attraction isn't about luck. It's about presence, confidence, and the energy you bring. Women naturally gravitate toward men who carry themselves with strength, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And the moment you start eliminating these weak behaviors, you'll notice a massive shift in how people treat you, not just women, but everyone. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these mistakes have you seen in yourself or in other men? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Let's build a community of strong, high-value men who are always leveling up. And if you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on game-changing content like this. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.